she was spoiled because after she had her heart attack, she wasn't eating at all. So then she was getting like cream of chicken soup and like rice and chicken.
Whatever she would eat.
Yep, pretty much. So now she's like, I don't want this crap. You better get me some gourmet. And we're like, no, honey.
Hello.
No.
Hello. Hello. Can I be heard?
Sven,
Yes,
can't
sir.
be heard,
Yes.
but the rest of us can.
I heard him.
I feel like every time there are mic issues, it's always that.
Yeah,
I don't know
probably.
what your poor mic is doing to you, but I feel bad for you.
Has it been nice being back, Mantha?
You talking about Sven or talking about me?
Sven's mic is not.
She was
working.
talking about me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sven and the streamer mic not working.
Yeah, it's nice being home. I get to spend quality time with my cat. But I will admit, I kind of miss my sister's cats now. Now that they're another state over.
All right, so looks like we are ready to go. We have just getting some of the pictures up. While I'm doing that, Jingo, would you mind reading or paraphrasing the message du jour?
I can do that. After a quick battle with the salamander Sulfrax, the crew of the Sundiver, aka the Midnight Core 7, leave the city of Nova with the Horicalcum tablet. Returning to the Deep Cultures Institute in the bubble city of Stella Cuna, the crew received bonuses from the Midnight Core. A few days later, Nib tells him of a scientist, Otlo, that may be able to help with the Horicalcum tablet, but the party will have to take it to him. After a little research, they arrive at the abandoned clinic where he lives. The date is 6th day, 27 Gazran, 3:18 after Gap. The time is 6:30 p.m. And I don't know if the audience can see it, but there's a really spiffy picture that goes with this.
You seeing the picture?
If you look at the message of the day, I can't share it to you, but it's there in the message of the day.
Yeah, I saw that one before. Okay. I thought you were sharing it and I wasn't seeing it.
No, I wish I could. I would have.
Alrighty, so thank you for that. Appreciate it. All the tests have been successfully passed, and we are ready to go. Welcome back, RPG Professor. Appreciate you stopping by again. We are getting ready to start a little bit of Finding the Stars. Did you guys want a little recap of the information you found on the Otlo?
Yes.
That would be great.
Thank you so much, Jingo, for the sub. Appreciate it. 24 months. It's almost a year. Thank you so much. The jump scare was successful. Thank you. All right, so you guys had done a bunch of research on the computers, And Doc had also filled in some information for you regarding Otlo, who you found out is an Oricoron. So let's start with 1,000 words. In other words, a picture.
That is the current exchange rate.
Oh yeah, they were ugly fellas.
Rude.
They were the freaky dudes. They're so cool.
That one looks a little less feral.
I don't know. He's got a carnivorous starfish for a face.
Yes, but
honest, though,
he's
like,
not
that's
crawling on the floor like a creepy freaking spider.
Me
Sitting in
after
a
a
chair,
long
yeah,
day
he's
at
not-
work.
He doesn't seem mobile.
So
What's the assets thing?
he had also, so once you found out what they were, you know what it is, Doc was able to fill you in a little bit on some of the details on what they are. This is,
There it is. Okay.
I'm looking to see if it is a playable race. It is not.
Playable.
This is not a playable race. One of the few that aren't. So the Doc was able to tell you that the Oricorons have clearly the face attacks. They can also projectile vomit at range. That does damage and makes you hallucinate as well. If it touches, if it hits you. They do not speak any
I know
language.
people that might pay money for that.
That's right. They don't speak languages, but they do telepathically communicate in Aklo. Sorry, my dog was being weird.
Quick question. Was Twitch available to me because he wanted me to play him? Or was he
No,
just
I
available?
had mentioned it to somebody else who might have been stepping in as a guest player. And
okay.
it was available to everybody.
Gotcha. Alright, never mind.
And that you found out that the skimming through this, see exactly how much they tell you. It's yeah, that they tend to be malevolent and slothful because they consume this black ichor that runs beneath the planet's surface. The planet is Octurne. And they are a agender sapient aberrations from the planet. Oh, here it is. It actually says it. There you go. Boof. So they wanted you along. Nib wanted you to come along because moving the tablet from the DCI, the Deep Cultures Institute, can be dangerous because it's so popular and it's very famous and a lot of people want it. And then the lab itself is the Salubrium. Rich folks used it. And then you guys had found out that the Salabrium was a high-end clinic run by a dwarf. And then when he died, he left the clinic to Otlo. So his heirs came in, grabbed everything of value, but left him the clinic itself. And then the clinic closed because he couldn't afford to keep it running.
So it got looted before it shut down.
Correct. Well, looted by legally. So it wasn't like they came in and stole it. It was their stuff, sort of. Yeah. And so you found out about Amaldrel Versian. So again, to remind you guys, Nib was mentioning that this guy had been trying to have the tablet put away forever until they know more about it. And finding out more about him, he's a specialist in solar religions and cults. He can't read it, more than likely, although he did say that he recognized it. If you ask can he read it, Nib says that she doesn't think so, but she claims to recognize it from myths and such. Alright, so any last minute questions on our recap? Cap before, now we're recapping now. Don't want to cap, try cap.
Alright, he wants to sequester it away. Has he said why?
It's dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
Because it's unknown. It's something that's unknown and from a time period long ago. It's still running. It's not natural.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did Nib say that she trusted him?
If I remember correctly, it was kind of a like, you can trust him, sort of, kind of. And that was what the attitude I was getting from it, at least. But
so that this first quote, regarding the names Amaldrel Versian, that's about as close as you get to an answer to that question.
Okay. He believes it opens a gate to a place called Izorod. Do we know anything about Izorod?
No.
Does the internet know anything about Ezorod?
Google and find out.
When in doubt, Google it out.
Yikes, yeah.
So if you want to try to find out some information, you can do an computers check in the tower.
I will take that.
100%. I'm gonna do that because that sounds like fun.
I really
That-
hope one of you guys do way better than me. I have
Are we supposed to be
one
rolling?
rank in computers.
For a second,
Computers in the tower.
I always just laugh at my plus 17 on computers. If it's anything in computers. No, depending on how high the DC is, I feel like I'm almost 90% likely gonna be able to do it.
Now keep in mind,
Well,
this
one
is
day.
Starfinder.
You roll a 1.
You guys are 7th level. So an easy, doing the math, an easy check is a 20. That's the DC of an easy check is 20. Of a challenging is 25, and a difficult check is 30.
Okay. Good to know. Should write that down somewhere so we don't have to keep asking.
You've got notes.
I do.
So it's the way it works out is 10, 15, and 20 plus your level plus half your level.
Okay.
So in this case, because you guys are 7, it's 10 plus 10. And then easy difficulty is 10, 15, and 20. Going up the chain there.
Something we have to memorize?
No, he's just telling
she was
us
just asking.
stats.
Okay. Just on the test?
If you don't, you're kicked out of the party.
But if you fail, you have to pay. You lose your bonus from the Midnight Core.
You fail, the GM takes you out back and shoots you, puts you down like a lame horse.
It's too much of a pain to re-roll another character.
It's too
I
much
have
of a
my
pain
next
to build
character
another
all ready to
character.
go.
Alright, so
So
I'm just
now we
looking-
know it's really easy to kill Doc.
He tried to jump over a pit twice and he just barely made it, so...
Okay, he tried to jump out over that pit at least 4 times because we went back out to look at the ship and then went back in.
We did? I
Yep.
must have not been there for that. He was just like, you know, I got a death wish. I already have a character rolled. Why not? If I fall to my death, I do. It's like when you create such a fantastic backup character that you secretly wish that your main character would die.
Oh no, I think Sven would hate my backup character
Oh, really?
All the
Why
more
would I
reason
You
hate
have
your
to know about
backup
him.
character? Why would I hate it?
because I deliberately made the most annoying character I could think of.
And you could probably think of some pretty annoying things, too.
That's so good.
Wait, but Doc is our only charismatic, like our most charismatic character.
Well, Bali's intimidating.
Doc is not very charismatic. He's a little blunt.
He's just the most out of everybody, which means if we ever need charismatic and Doc dies, we're just screwed.
We just phone somebody
Well,
to do it for
Yep.
us. Like,
My next
We'll give you
character,
$50 to persuade this guy to give us this.
yeah, basically.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this is in there. Alright, sorry it took me a while because, per usual, this stuff is not
Where it's supposed to be.
easily parceled where you can just find it.
Rude.
Well, I hope we kept you guys entertained while the DM was looking for stuff.
Barely
it's not
noticed the
there.
difference.
Story. So, Zoya is the only thing. Actually, Zoya and Orindor are able to find out a little information.
We had to go to the dark webs. I don't know,
You
dude.
guys
I'm
had
just
to go
spitting
to
stuff
like
out.
the second page of Google results.
I'm exhausted and running on not enough sleep, so whatever I think comes out of my mouth right now. I apologize in advance, people. It's been a day for me.
Alright, so are you going to share everything with the party?
Yeah, I definitely would have.
Yes, most definitely.
Like, we don't need your 13-page backstory. Please don't share everything.
So, there is an entity called Eshteyev. Also known as the Incandescent Doom. Not really sure what it is, but it's the information you're able to find is that it represents a grave threat to all creatures that live in the darkness. The Eshteyev is a creature of light, but it's not warm and fuzzy. Instead, it just consumes and destroys flesh and scorches the mind and the soul.
Lovely. Very good for parties.
A bunch of agents of other gods weren't able to defeat him, so they imprisoned him. And so they built this bubble of perpetual darkness and put Eshteyev inside this bubble, and then put the bubble within a sun. So that this Eshteyev couldn't detect the darkness of deep space because of the sun around it.
And he believes that this Heracalcum tablet is the key
So
to
now,
letting this out.
according to rumors, Eshteyev has destroyed all of the other bubbles, and there's only one left, and that one bubble is called Ezerod. And it's an ancient fusion of magic and technology. So as long as Ezerod exists to maintain its darkness, then Eshteyev remains captive in the sun where it's kept. Eshteyev is still really powerful, and if you go into this bubble, it has spawn that will kill you, and the people who originally were wardens of the Ezerod so long ago are supposedly long since dead. And
So it's a prison.
yes. Much of the information and lore that about Eshteyev and Ezerod has been lost during the gap, and you were only able to find these things by tracing down rumors by the followers of the outer gods. So that is what you're able to find out. Again, this is all speculation, rumors, things that have been translated from ancient texts. Plus, you don't even know if this guy is right, and if the tablet has anything to do with Ezerod. It's just one person's opinion.
All right, so where do we go from here?
Alright, so you guys are now, we zoom forward, catch up to you, go fast forward. You are now at the Salubrium.
Going to talk to Otlo?
Correct. You have to go find him and show him a tablet and see what he says. So he shows signs of neglect as you're walking up to it. The picture does a pretty good job of showing what it looks like from the outside. As
This used to be a nice neighborhood.
That's right. As you come up, you see that the Doors are locked.
Do we see any lights on inside?
Dark vision.
I mean,
It's so bright outside that it's pretty hard to tell if there's lights on inside. As you, because you can't. There's no windows or anything.
Can you like sneak a peek under the door sill or no?
No, there's no gaps under the door.
I mean, they know we're coming. Can't we just knock?
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we already? Yeah.
Ollie's going up to knock unless somebody stops him.
Nope, not gonna stop you.
I want to cast Detect Magic, just because I can.
Alright, go ahead and cast Detect Magic. What's the duration of that?
Detect spells and magic items within 60 feet. Concentration for up to 1 minute. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
She's doing that. Bali knocks on the door.
Do we see any like surveillance cameras or, a call box or anything?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, I don't. Oh, that's cool. I forgot about that.
Perception is not Doc's strong suit. He tends to be distracted and not be paying attention a lot.
Ooh, shiny.
You don't see anything that you recognize as a security camera? Alright, so you knock on the door. And a couple moments go by, and then the door shutters, and slowly one side of it opens up about 3 feet.
Dr. Otlo, I presume? Well, do we see anybody?
Shining into the doorway. You guys going in? Or you?
Doc will, yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
is walking in between Doc's legs.
Let me.
Be careful. Have you seen Doc? He doesn't have a thigh
Yes.
yet.
Well, Lolly's weaving between your legs and stuff. And you honestly feel like every time you take a step, you're about to trip over him. But somehow, you never do.
Well, Doc's actually pretty good at that because he'll frequently let Beaker down. Beaker spends most of his time sleeping in Doc's pocket, and this seems like a good time to wake him up and get him out. So okay. Beaker will come out and go play with Bally.
Is Bally likely to play?
Alright, so let me share the map and see what happens. And let me do this.
I specify that Bali is walking between somebody's legs because I can actually share spaces with no detriment to either of us.
Nice.
So I'm like, well, I gotta say it. So
is it dark? Is it pitch black in here?
Okay, so...
I mean, as my allergy attack, I'll be going on and off here.
Okay, be safe.
I'm here, I'm just sneezing and stuff.
I don't know what happened to this map. Did they do the wrong one? Give me just 1 second here. I am going to images.
No, thank you.
Hey guys, if it is dark in here, you know what you can buy for 1 credit? A flashlight. You know what's included in a personal comm unit? A flashlight.
Yep, I have
Just
a personal
saying.
comm unit, and I use a flashlight on it on a regular basis.
I bought a flashlight. I think I have dark vision, but I'm like, if there's anybody in the party who doesn't have dark vision, it's always just nice to have lights.
Yeah. I'm just saying
So do
that
you
after
have
we
flashlights
got
then?
stuck in that dark tunnel, and I couldn't see anything for like 3 sessions.
Doc has natural dark vision. When it's dark, he can see darkness.
60 feet, too.
What race are you?
Doc is a
She
human.
missed that one. That one went over.
I don't think humans have that, but
Yep.
No, I said
There you
natural
go.
dark vision. All I can see is darkness.
The darkness for infinity.
Okay.
So,
So-
we're the lame ones, because Doc's got the natural dark vision.
As I was
And all Doc can see is dark.
As I was prepping for this and stuff, I never bothered to look. This map, for whatever reason, does not have line of sight. So we're gonna do it old school, and I
With the
will
mask, I still use the mask.
do what I
Mostly
can
because I know how.
to try to keep things flowing, keep things moving.
Okay. Cool. Dang, that's not very long.
Alright, so as you guys come in, you see you're in a reception area. There's this curved reception desk in front of you. And on the front of it, you see it says, "Welcome to the Calabrium, unsurpassed compassion, sophisticated care." You see there's a curved, transparent wall surrounding the double door to the south. And there's a hallway that says inpatient wing to the west, and to the east it says research wing. And behind you, the door, you see different signs like bathroom, stairs, elevator.
It said impatient. Like, just be impatient.
yeah, it's called the ER.
I'm impatient.
And what's her name? Nib is with you as well. And sitting at in the only chair at the desk, you see this creature has these different beakers in front of him, and it's in front of them, and they're measuring out these substances. And this is what it looks like. Dadgummit.
Holy crap. I'm looking too close to the screen here. I was way too close.
Did it spook you?
I'm on the screen.
So it's got armor, has a research jacket sort of draped over the armor, different pens and things on it.
A face only your mother could love.
Mr. Otlo, I presume. You said that they don't have a spoken language.
Correct. They do not speak. They only speak telepathically.
Nope.
Do they have
He's-
like, hearing sensors though?
Nib calls out and waves to him. Hey, and you hear this buzzing voice in your head. Please keep your hands in sight. And he comes over and starts looking at you all up and down. Let me see if he has...
Is he speaking common or
In your head,
Aklo?
yes.
Okay.
Oh,
He does. Okay, good.
I guess say, because she can... Zoya can understand Aklo or... Aklo?
Yeah.
Aklo?
Okay,
yeah, cool.
perfect. Alright, so he comes over, looks you all. He doesn't really... give me well, it's not insight. Sense motive checks, please. Zoya and Orindor, are you moving in?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry, I was looking at other stuff. I'll
It's just
stand.
that you want it in the...
Fine. That was a good roll for sense motive for me.
Alright, so again,
I'm a
Zoya
little
and
disappointed 'cause I'm
Orindor.
actually good at this.
You can tell he's doesn't care about your weapons. He's looking at any kind of symbol or any kind of markings are what he's looking. It's looking at more than anything else. And then it goes back and sits down back at the table. As Nib takes out the tablet.
The tablet or a tablet?
The tablet. Or the Horicalcum tablet. And
Okay.
his eyes sort of widen as he scans the tablet. Very interesting. This tablet tells of Ezerod. Tablet tells. Tablet tells. Ezerod is especially ancient. Yes, tablet tells. An anchor of an elder deity. Ezerod, dwelling of darkness, deep in sun. Deep, deep. Tablet tells. Who speaks of it? None you want to know. Wicked worshippers. Wicked. Malevolence. March malevolence. Layers of knowledge here, yes. Yes. Strata span. Strata in veins. 5 various visions. And you see that its eyes narrow. It sort of makes this chittering sound and starts rubbing his head. Yes, tablet tells. Takes time. Time to translate. A small task I ask while I translate. In the interim, small task I ask. Archons eat Octurn Ichor. Octurn Ichor, very nice. But far from here, far from Octurn, I eat Ersatz Ichor. Simulated sustenance. Yes, substance assimilated. I refine recipe. Repeatedly. West Wing. He points over to the west. Within the West Wing, storage and sterilization. I need few flasks of fentanyl. Find them. Fetch them. Find them. Living lambs left lookouts. Vex me. New friends. Strength superior to the sentinels. Destroy them for me.
Now there's the rub. There is something guarding what they want us to get. All right.
Strength solves. Small price. My help. Fetch fentanyl finally.
That sounds fair. What do you guys think?
I think that's, if you understand it, then that's great.
Well, it seems like he likes this stuff called Octern Ichor. Their race is addicted to it. And he can't get it here because Octern is a long way from here. But he's found a way to make a synthetic Octern Ichor. But he wants us to go to another part of the building where, I guess, security of some sort. What form, I don't know. God, I hope it's not frickin' robots. Guards it.
Okay, so he wants us to go to a place, avoid security, get this stuff so he can make this Octern Ichor. And then in return he will translate. Thank you. I got halfway through that and I could not track with that. So I'm glad you were tracking with that, guys. I think that's fair. Okay.
Is this something we should
go
be
ahead,
doing,
Matthew.
or are we like delving into the criminal world here?
The only thing is for me is how they can he ensure the security of this tablet while we're busy somewhere else.
I was just going to...
I'm going to stay here, and Nabe says. And he sort of pulls the tablet out of Otlow's reluctant hands. You guys take the tablet with you. Don't let it out of your sight.
That sounds fair.
Yes. Who wants to carry the tablet so we can make sure?
Probably would, because he was the one who was first carrying it when we got it. And also he has enough hands to hold it. And also do other things.
Don't you have a backpack? Or something?
I do have a backpack.
I've
also got 6 arms.
You can walk around like a child with an iPad in a doctor's office.
This thing is very big.
No, you think. Put it in a backpack.
Okay, I have a backpack. I got a brand new backpack last session. If somebody wants to put it in for me.
I will. Oh my gosh. Okay. If that is the case, then I feel a lot more comfortable going to go do that. I didn't want to just kind of leave that there with Otlo.
Yeah, me neither.
Sorry guys, I'm really distractible today.
You're gonna be fine here, right, Nib?
Let's go have a look.
We'll be fine. You guys go ahead and I'll stay here with Otlo. We go way back. Otlo is ignoring him, her. She's Otlo is going back. Has gone back to. You hear a little chittering, and every once in a while he'll mumble in your mind, repeating himself over and over.
Can Zoya in Aklo ask what kind of security we'll be up against, and see if he responds.
Polly pipes in for Doc. Are they robots?
Doc will just kind of look away and try to ignore that shot.
Well, no, he is asking because he wants to know.
He's sympathetic.
Alright, so I have some lighting on. Now that you're inside, you see that there are some lights, sporadic lights here and there. Sometimes it would be emergency lights, but there are just enough lights to where you guys can normally see what's happening.
Nominally see.
So as you ask him what type of security, he points toward the west. Storage and sterilization. Sterilization and storage. Just a few flasks of fentanyl. Fentanyl. Few flasks. Find them, fetch them.
Okay, so not
Lookouts
really.
vex me. They vex me. But new friend, superior strength. The Sentinels can't destroy new friends. Strength solves. Small price. Few flasks of fentanyl.
I find it so funny looking at the in the speech bubble, it's fentanyl, and just thinking that this dude keeps on wanting fentanyl, which IRL is super, like, dangerous.
So Doc, you know what it looks like,
and
you're familiar with what it is that he needs.
Okay, well, let's go. Whatever these sentinels are, we're going to have to deal with them, whatever they are.
Yep, here we go. He said to the... Which direction did you want us to go?
To the west, within the western wing.
We're going to the west wing, guys!
Ooh.
Alright, so you go, we see Zoya standing by a door, and then as you see it ends in the hallway ends and turns to the south. There's a door to the south.
Hey, this is the right direction, right?
Well,
Just checking
okay.
before we actually go down.
I'm assuming there's signs. It's a hospital, right? Like, we should be able to read the signs, wouldn't we?
Yes, there. If you look at the chat, I shared them all with you. The sign to the west says...
You know, a lot of text. I have a hard time keeping up with it all.
Inpatient wing.
Okay, we're going to the...
East is a corridor labeled research wing.
Alright.
That's where we want to go, isn't it?
So as you're entering the
The
hallway,
western
you see
wing.
there are lights that would normally display and would be shining on a picture, but there's no picture on in a couple of these places.
Okay.
Let's go check a door.
Okay.
Place is abandoned, right?
Can I open the door that's in front of me?
You can. So as you,
I
Guess I'll take a sort of the rear.
Oh, just an office. Okay.
you see that there
cool.
are hold on. There's no the sign that was on this door is gone. You see old desk, some chairs, dust, and a bit of debris.
Well, there was a place for the sign, but now it's not there.
Yes.
Correct.
Cool. She's gonna move along.
What is your profession?
A xenoarchaeologist.
Okay, that does not help you.
Cool. That's fine.
What is this curved spot in the wall? Just a curved spot in the wall?
Probably some sort of signage, decoration. Maybe.
Alright, so this area where you are is...
Oh, no, I have these backwards.
So you see, this is a... Oh, let me move the chat. Move it over for the chat. I'm going to get rid of Outlaw, get rid of the abandoned clinic picture. Click. There we go. Alright, so this appears to be... you see 3 chairs behind a desk. And... north of the desk, an archway leading to a junction. Yeah, you can see beyond that. So give me just a second here. And over the archway leading up to the north, it says, "Consider our patients quiet, please." Doc, you recognize this as a nurse's station.
Let's go through the drawers and see if there's anything valuable, maybe some information, maybe a pamphlet with a map telling us what all these rooms are.
Is that a
Okay, so who's going up there?
Zoya's already back there. I'll skim through it. And Doc.
Alright, so you see that the desk overlooks this whole area. There's a computer panel, but it no longer functions. You can see even from here, you see the couple doors you can see are numbered. You can see A3 and A4.
We do we know which number we're looking for again?
We are looking for the decontamination.
Right in front of you, to the south.
Storage and sterilization.
We're not looking for a particular room number.
You see the double doors to the south do have a label on them. You do not find anything in the drawers. Like I said, the computers themselves are gone. The chairs are, 2 of the chairs are on the floor. You're not sure if the last one would hold you. So what would you like to do?
Zoya will ruffle through the drawers.
He just said that we didn't find anything.
Oh, that's what he was saying. Okay, I'm sorry.
Which direction did you say we saw the signage for storage and sterilization?
The double doors to the south.
Hey, look, I think that's where we're supposed to go.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, Jingo. I hope it doesn't bother you that I keep on going like half in your stuff.
Doesn't bother me at all. I'm easy like that.
Very agreeable.
How's Beaker reacting to?
Beaker is just he's being curious. He won't get out of Doc's sight, but he will go run to look around corners to see if there are things there. Basically, he's looking for snacks.
He like bats some wads of paper on the floors.
Yes, he eats bugs too. So if he finds a bug, he usually eats it.
Like my cat.
That's great. Extra protein.
Exactly. Whatever keeps the guy happy.
My cat ate a manila folder and then ate a bug. For 40 minutes.
That sounds like a cat. Hey, manila is my favorite flavor of folder.
Okay, so want me to just do a magic check or anything?
If you like, Doc just wants to open the door.
Yeah, we want to just try opening the door.
Zoya's gonna do detect magic again. Either way, you guys are welcome. She's not gonna have you guys wait to open the door before she casts it, but she's gonna cast it again. I didn't hear if there was anything magic when we walked in.
No.
But no, okay.
But
I guess.
Yeah,
no, she'll cast it again anyway. The lack of information she got on what they were going after doesn't make her feel very good.
You did not detect anything out of the ordinary with your detect magic?
Oh, no. Are we gonna open the door, y'all?
Yeah.
We're gonna open the door.
Alright.
What's behind door
Doc,
number
you
1?
Doc, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to do it.
Alright, so as you open the door, you see that this room is full of racks, shelves that hold sparse amounts of medical equipment, a couple looks like bedding and towels from across the room. You see on the as you would step in, you will see that along the northern wall, which is white, there's a white silhouette and some attachments left dangling in the northeast corner. Pretty clear that there was a big machine there that was taken out. There's a door you're coming in and a door to the west. The door to the west has a sign that says chemical storage. And in there you see 2 critters that look like this.
And they're 3 inches tall.
Hey, Doc, I think they're robots.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, like is it a snack pack? I mean, what?
And as you open the door, they turn the little turrets towards you guys.
Yeah, I can say that. They look
And
like mini guns.
let's roll some initiative. I'll push it to you
Minigun.
guys.
Yes, that looks very minigunish.
I'm not appreciating that.
In it. There you go. And we go to effects.
Oh, boys, we're really in it now.
Alright. As you guys. Skip turn. Twitch. Skip turn. Let me switch him to neutral. Neutral. Okay. Show the combat tracker to stream. Alright, so scroll up. Orndor, you are first. As you open the door, you see these two things. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on the map.
Okay. I'm going to step in one there and shoot the crap out of this little control class security robot number 1.
Sadly, it has no crap in it, so your shot is ineffectual.
I'm up here for back in. There he is. Okay, good. Finally. Oh, maybe do some damage. I can't see that hit.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
Alright, awesome. Bad, I guess, right? Well, it's actually very good. I only get the burn if it's a critical, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do I get my second shot too?
You moved, so you do not get 2 shots.
Okay.
You can take a full action and take 2 shots, but that is only if you don't move.
Right. I haven't got the bonus action ones.
Alright, so Bali.
Okay. Well, Bali is at Doc's feet. So he's in Doc space, but I think he can still probably see security robot number 1 better. First off, can he try to see if he knows anything about these? Probably doesn't, but...
Alright, so to identify creatures, why didn't that work? If you scroll down, you see that these are constructs, technological, so it will be engineering.
Well, guys, I've got a whole +3 in engineering. 1 mark. 1 rank.
Can I help?
No.
Well, no. You want that in chat or in the tower?
No, you can roll in the
Phoebe?
chat.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Nope. You do not know. They look like robots with a gun.
It's a very
guessing they
astute
will shoot you.
observation.
Yeah, probably. So Bali is going to go ahead and they're getting ready to shoot. He's going to try to shoot first. Yeah, at the security robot number 1. And that's going to do that. Oh, sad. But he is going to go ahead and take his move action to align his shield, and as part of that move action, because it specifies I can do it as part of any move action, he's going to go ahead and use his Shimmer Guard. So as he makes his attack, the air in spaces adjacent to him starts to shimmer like there's heat, and it provides allies soft cover. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
So it's all 8 squares adjacent to you?
Yes. For a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier, which is, for... Wait. Uh, 6 rounds, I think, is... Yeah, it's 6 rounds.
So you didn't move on with your movement action?
No, he used his movement action to align his shield.
Okay. Next.
Alright. Zoya is going to my secret rifle or just my crossbow? We'll use my pistol. So now I have to remember how to do this. He's not gonna move, so remind me how full attacks work versus regular attacks again.
Do you have the whatever it is you're shooting at targeted?
Not yet. I'll target it.
Okay, that's a wall. You can't see that one at all.
Okay, so if I step forward one, then can I see this one at least? Am I gonna have to move in order to see it? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'll do a regular attack then.
You still cannot see the other one in the corner. You can see the one, number 2.
Okay, that's fine. And I won't do a full attack. Come on. Thanks for checking that for me.
The answer to your question is you don't do anything else. You just do 2 attacks. Each one of them is at a -4, unless you have something special that gives you bonuses.
Okay. Nope. Alright. That was a nice idea.
I feel that.
That.
Alright, so a blast of cold energy hits the wall behind it. Alright, so number 2 is going to slide on over, and this blast of electricity comes out of where its face would be. Cannot see Bali.
Bali is at Doc,
but
he can't really see Doc either.
So you're in the same square as Doc?
Yes.
Okay, then he can't see you.
I just have him like half off so that Doc can like get to his token.
4, okay. Alright, so this blast of electricity comes out, jumping from person to person. And I need it is
a saving throw.
Yes, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is that. DC is this. Click. Success.
As that goes, the air stops.
I'm missing 2 rolls. I need Doc and I need Orndor. Success.
No.
Success.
Oh, yes.
Hooray!
Woo! All successes.
Alright, so you all take 2 points of damage. Don't forget you can run away if you want.
Run away.
Because you just took 2 points of damage.
I know, right?
You could take 2
Oh, yeah,
points of damage
definitely.
next turn too.
The only thing I'm concerned about is the fact that Orendor is in the front of everybody.
I was trying to move
well-
in, but
Yeah.
It's fine. He's adjacent to me, technically. So I can protect him. I can protect everybody, guys. It's fine.
Alright, and the other one likes that idea and does the same thing.
Rude.
Let's go. Nope, there it goes for me.
Doc and Orndor.
What determines your reflex? Is that X?
Yes.
been doing
Yes.
it till now.
Okay.
Alright, 2 fails this
since
time.
Orendor is in the front. I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction to take half of the damage that he is going to take.
And that is from... Ooh, what does it read?
It's intervene. As a reaction, when an adjacent ally is damaged by an attack, you can take half the attack's damage
By
with your
an
ally's
attack.
defensive-
Um,
Is it not an attack?
okay. That is fine.
Oh no! 3 more points of damage! Oh, 3 for me, but...
Alright, so the failures were Orndor and Zoya.
Uh-huh.
So Orndor takes 1 point of damage. Bali takes 3, because you absorbed some from Orndor. Zoya takes 3. And Doc takes 1. Alright. Nobody is dead yet.
What? I don't know. Those
Doc.
4 points of damage.
Ow.
So you all are zapped, your hair goes up a little bit.
The ends of
Bali.
Zoya's wings are a little frayed.
Bali is a ball of fur. Little electric zaps
Like
going
a
over
dog.
his-
Like a long-haired dog when they
Exactly.
rub their face in the couch.
Yep.
Oh, you
You
look
know
like
you don't want to
Timer.
touch Bali because he's full of static electricity right now.
You're welcome.
Doc is going to,
Hey, don't forget to
see.
check stuff out. By the way.
Is going to pop Bali with a basic booster that gives her an armor class bonus. You see the little nanites kind of race across your skin under the fur and kind of interlock into a little tiny scale pattern that temporarily gives you an armor class boost.
You get a little shock as you insert the syringe. It's like a static electricity. Great Foley work, though. I will say that.
Yeah, it turns out Bali just like tased you or something.
And then
I don't
Doc
know.
is going to step back out of line of fire.
Okay.
As you should.
Doc is like, I'm not playing this game.
No, I have very little that can hurt those things. I'm depending on you guys to carry that.
Ooh,
Got it. Damn.
I see now why you didn't want robots. Alright, that makes sense. We
Alright.
should remedy that.
Round 1. Round 2. Oh, yeah. After Doc is always going to be Beaker while he's in play? Is he out of this combat, or are you gonna have him do something?
He's out of this combat. Yeah, against robots, he's like me. We don't like robots.
Okay, so we're just gonna pretend he's not there and move on.
Yeah. Well, he'll keep an eye behind us.
All right, so this he will now.
Doc, are you in the space next to Bali, or the one that is further?
Further.
Yeah, one further.
Protected by me.
So this
Yes.
robot,
You've lost your protection.
the turret winds up,
No.
but instead of bullets, it is electricity comes out and zaps Orindor. Bali, you would recognize these as security robots, so they're not, they're made to stun and tase and capture, not kill.
Ew. Well, that's good. At least Orindor's not gonna die. Hopefully.
Cumulatively.
Ideally.
Zoya.
Well, she's not liking where these guys are at. I forget. I can move in ally spaces without being inhibited, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta read how far this spell goes real quick, because 15-foot cone. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit both of them either way. No, that's okay.
It's close. 1, 2. Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to. But it's close.
Okay. Okay. Where do I want to go then? You're just gonna step here actually. And don't want to get into melee. Nah. Not quite yet. And she's going to cast Overheat on this guy. So Overheat. I think it's just a reflex save for them.
Nice, this blast of fire comes out of your hands.
Oh, no, please.
It's just so take half. There you go.
Oh.
Nice. Nice. Almost max damage.
Almost. Alrighty.
Alright. Hey, Atomic. Welcome, welcome. Sorry I didn't see you before. Happy Spin Zone Sunday, that's right. Alright, this thing, I'm going to take a look and see what it does. Oh. Alright, doesn't need to do that yet. So it's going to do the same thing. As it sees you blast its friend, it is going to... Actually, I forgot to do these. Why didn't that work? Okay. It's doing the same. It's blasting Zoya with its electricity and a miss. It goes flying past. Doc.
Alright. Step up over to there where I can see Orindor.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a boost too. Same one, armor class bonus. Yes, it was boosted by 1.
Nice. Okay, I'll take her in.
That's all.
And if you would, when you get a chance, double check. I know at some point some of your stuff goes up, Doc. I'm not familiar with your class enough to know when that
I
happens,
believe,
so if you would double check those. Because the guys are 7 now, so...
yeah, I know my healing gets better.
Orndor.
I'm moving this time. Can I just, if I go by this little alcove desk thing, can I use it as a support to get a better shot? Since it's right at eye level.
I'll give you a +1.
Okay. I will take it. Here we go, we got it.
Alright, 23 is a hit. 19 on the die.
Get some help there with damages.
Boo. They changed the follow age command. It used to be down to the second. It was annoying. Now it just has.
Well, it was
years
broken, and I fixed it last time.
Oh, I know.
Last time. But it goes through like a different service and stuff, so.
It doesn't change what I said.
It does not, but it does explain it.
Alright, so you zap it, and I'll pass the turn for you. Bali.
Well, Orindor ran away from me, so he's on his own.
Thanks.
Bali is going to go between Zoya's legs. And to the other side, next to the security robot number 2. And he is going to try to trip it.
Okay.
And I have improved trip, so I think I just make a flat attack roll, right?
When a problem comes along, you must trip it.
I don't think anybody else gets
Sorry.
that. It gives you a plus what?
+4, and the
+4,
regular
yes.
thing is
Yep, so it's a flat
-1,
roll.
so it cancels out.
I got that reference, thank you.
That's so sad.
Hey, really sad.
And while he's dashing up, or while he's scooting up, he activates the shimmer guard again.
Yeah, Atomic got it. Trip it good. Din, 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 din.
And that.
I need to change the target myself. There we go.
I'm surprised because Atomic is not our age. So, good on you, Atomic.
Yeah, but Devo spans all ages.
All right.
Crazy fucks.
Speaking of...
I've seen them in concert.
Really?
Nice.
Yes, at the Arizona State Fair.
Very cool. Orndor, you're up.
And yes, I was still back during their heyday.
Alright, I'm gonna do a double shot here.
All right. So you hit the F attack.
F attack. Just where?
Instead of a normal
Next
attack,
column over.
it's next column says F attack. On the
I've
actions
been
page.
rolling that. Okay.
Yep, that's what you do when you do a full attack.
Rip.
All right, and then click it again. All right, that's a hit, and roll your damage.
damage.
Nice, Max. As pew pew, little laser zaps into it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Are we
Zoya.
seeing like, are we noticing like damage, or they just look like they're handling this well?
Both. They are taking damage. You see
But I
little
mean,
burn
it
marks
looks like-
appear, but they don't
Okay.
look like they're gonna fall apart anytime soon.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna do my full attack.
Okay, so same
Okay.
thing. Hit F attack.
Why?
Just do it one at a
That's
time,
right.
because if you
Why am I
click
not
on it
targeting?
twice, and the first one's a crit, you're out of luck.
Okay. Huh?
Just like that.
Hey!
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Get him!
Boom.
Nice.
Wow. Holy crap.
Right, so
Dang,
he
you
is
only have
staggered.
a +4 to your... I guess you are making that full attack, so it's a...
Yeah, no. Hey, I'll take that crit though. That'll be our turn. And she's like, just hanging out with Bali between her legs.
Oh, he's in
Robot
front of you
2.
now.
Oh, okay.
He just went in between them.
He is staggered.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Yep. Alright, so you hit right at the base of the shoulder where this machine gun looking electric emitter is, and it freezes, and you see little chips of ice fall as it tries to move it and free it. Bali.
Now that there's ice, they're trying to trip it. Bali's going to try to finish the job and actually trip it. And I'm still targeting me, so... There we go.
Alright, so 27 is going to be enough.
Woo!
So what is the, let's see. Here it is. Alright, so coup de grace, full attack. Come on, where is it? Here it is. Bull rush. Trip. You knock the target prone if it is on the ground. A target in the air, blah blah blah. A target in zero gravity, blah blah blah. Alright, so you just knock it prone. Go ahead and drop prone onto it. Thank you.
Already on it. And I guess,
So what does that look like?
this, security robot keeps, like, trying to, like, put its feet down and, like, shift or whatever, and the ice from Zoya's, last attack, makes that a little bit difficult, and Bali, takes advantage of that, so as one of the feet is sliding, he grabs onto it with, like, 3 hands, and just yanks it towards him, pulling the bot down.
Nice.
And then he's going to go ahead and use his move action to align his shield against security robot number 1. And that's his turn.
Okay. Alright, so number 2 is then going to take its full movement to stand back up.
He even does like the full like backflip up. Just to be cool.
And then it's going to punch at Bali.
Isn't it staggered? Can't it only make a move action or an action? Or something?
I think, didn't my pistol stagger it or something?
Yes, it is
Yes.
staggered.
Okay.
Staggered. You can only take a single move or standard action each round. Can't take reactions, but you can take swift actions as normal. So, yep, you are correct. So he stands up.
Woo! We make a good team!
The wires are frazzled in his you know, whatever it's called, so can't quite process anything else.
I like to think that it's still, like, slipping on the ice when you're focusing on it.
How I feel after waking up from a surgery, trying to stand up to go pee. It's a real thing, it sucks, man.
Alright, and robot number 1 just got blasted by Orendor. This is round 3.
Blasted. Fast is a bit
So
generous.
5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, so again, thing pops up and zaps all 4 of you.
Even though we are distant from each other.
It's a long range, I guess.
It sucks.
A wide range is what I'm thinking of. I think of it as like laser guns where like they wind up and the sparks fly from every direction.
Alright, Doc?
Doc thinks he needs to invest in some anti-robot technology.
That would be a good idea.
Like EMP grenades and things.
As we are getting zapped, the
Bags of ball
shimmer.
bearings.
I'm just gonna go ahead because the other one's not going to make an attack. I will go ahead and intervene and take half of Zoya's damage.
Ah, thanks.
It's gonna... I don't know if I can have it, actually.
Why not?
Because it's all... Well, it's already halved because she made her save.
Oh.
But if I
One
can, I would
point of
like to
damage
take
instead?
the damage.
I don't know, that 1 point of you're not supposed to have that! Hold on, sorry guys.
Alright, so doubles the amount of wounds on Doc. You're now down 6.
Ow. I need a new lab coat.
I don't know, I think this one's
Oh,
smoking hot on you. Oh no, it's actually just smoking. But
lovely.
Alright, Doc.
Alright. The robots, they annoys me. I can't see her. I'll step up to there and let's get at least one lick in on these things.
Okay. Tastes like rust and strawberry.
the pleasant tingly sensation.
Yeah, it's like licking a D battery.
It's like lightning-y.
Doc hit!
Yeah!
Hooray!
Congratulations!
Do you have disadvantage, or does he just not have a good luck with his pistol?
Doc's just not a very good shot.
Gotcha.
Alright, so
But
sonic blast strikes into
little
this thing.
waves of sound, shake it, rattle, a couple of bolts fall out of it.
Alright, and that is the end of the round. Going on to round 4. Zoya.
Cool. You know, this full attack thing, I think I'm just gonna keep doing that. I don't really see any need to move. She's got Bali being a meat shield right there.
The tiniest, fuzziest meat shield you've ever had.
5 and
no
an
luck
8.
though.
Not
Jeez.
quite.
I'm paying because I got a crit last time. And you can only have one, and then so much luck is after that.
Rip.
Alright, Doc again. So excited from your last hit. You get to go pretty early.
There you go.
All right.
What? That means?
Very nice, that's a hit.
All right, let me see here. All right, there we go. Blast him again.
Nice.
Orndor. This thing takes. You see, it's getting shot a couple times by Doc.
Yep, I'm gonna just finish it off here.
Phrasing.
Get the double shot thing again. I guess.
So that one bounces off, hits its armor.
So I'm taking a loss because I'm doing it twice. I mean, or am I missing at the same rate as I would be missing if I wasn't doing a double shot?
That is the
doing
eternal question. You get 2 shots, so you have double the chance to hit, and if you're like don't have a good chance of hitting it anyway, you need like a 19 or 20 to hit anyway. You may as well do a full attack and just it's called crit fishing, where you're fishing for a critical. But in your case, it's sort of in between. So do you want to just hit it once, make sure you hit, or do you want to roll twice? Who knows? You can get lucky and hit it twice. So
I want to roll once then.
with you, it's sort of right on the cusp. So you have to put yourself in the role, pretend you're looking down a 45. Do you feel lucky?
That's right.
Alright,
Alright,
so
well,
this
that's
thing
my turn because I'm trying to.
cannot do the jolt again, but it can. Doc is one who's been hitting it.
Man, I'm kind of mad that they're not doing more damage to me.
Only the Vanguard says.
Look, man, I get cool things when they hit me good.
No, it just makes me laugh every time.
He is the beefiest Skittermander you've ever met.
Yeah, measly 2 damage is not enough!
So it walks up and tries to punch Doc.
Hey,
Its most powerful attack.
You're resistant to bludgeoning damage?
That is interesting.
I'm what?
Wait, why did it, why were you, why did
Let me. I don't know. Let me look. What have I got going on?
What is your DR5 in your effects?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Damage resistance 5?
It may come from one of my items. Let me look.
And the why do you have -5 movement?
I don't know. I did not apply that.
When you have effects that you
Alright, so
just
while you're
didn't
looking that
remember
up,
having.
The other robot's going to try to punch Bali.
I have deflective reinforcement on my freebooter armor that gives me DR5.
No!
There you go. So that's why.
Did it miss you? It missed you.
Bali was over here, like, practically, like, vibrating with excitement, and then its swing just went right over his head.
It misjudged how short you really were and was aiming, like, right at, like, Zoya's kneecaps or something and just, like, glazes over your head.
Alright, Bali.
Okay. You know, even though this one just attacked me, I think Bali is going to go ahead and try to let it hit him, by, attacking, robot numero uno. Target, please. There we go. And I think... Yeah, I want to lower my AC. This is fine. He's going to go ahead and try to use 1 entropy point to make an entropic strike against it.
Was it entropic strike?
Guys!
No.
I have a plus 13! This fucking sucks. Sven,
Roll
can you give
percentile,
me...
please.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I need the fumble table. This is bullshit, guys. On the plus side, well, not for normal people, but on the plus side, I don't have any entropy points, so my AC goes down by 1.
You ever have days where you forget you're not playing Bali and you're like, hit me! And then you're like, wait, don't hit me!
I do not. I actually, like, all of my characters get played very differently.
That's fair. Like, if I remember all the characters you're playing, then yes, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
I'm supposed to roll this?
Nope, just
No,
her.
I think...
But if you don't have it, you may want to grab it and put it into one of your hotbars.
Rocking your boot. Subali steps up to take a swing at an enemy, but stumbles and misses after putting all his weight on the pronking rock that somehow managed to get in his boot. He takes 1 point of non-lethal damage.
Imagine dying from the rock in your boot.
It specifies non-lethal.
So that means
I
that
know,
if you only
that'd
have
be
1
hilarious.
point, you won't die?
Yeah, so if you, like...
Basically?
Imagine going down, doing a stay in the fight, rolling, fumbling, and then dying from the rock in your boot.
Okay, I remember, that I can... Okay, sorry guys. No, I can't do that. Okay, yeah, so I go and try to take the swing, and it misses, and I step on a sharp rock, and then I'm going to go ahead and align my shield against Security Robot 1, so that Zoya gets some defense from that. And as part of that, he's going to turn on the Shimmer Guard.
Oh my god. What is the goddamn thing?
So your Shimmer Guard lasts for 6 rounds.
It lasts for 6 rounds, or until I take damage or are forced to make a saving throw.
Okay.
But I can turn it on as part of any move action.
Zoya.
Alright, well, which one's looking more hurt? Robot number 1?
Yes.
Alrighty. I don't know do I have any melee weapons?
You got fists?
So if you're zoomed in enough, there are little dots on the bottom right of each token on each square.
Yeah, That's
So
how I put 2 and 2 together.
he's orange, the other one's yellow, or you can look at the combat tracker and it'll tell you heavy and wounded.
She's gonna... I've never used this entire time we've played, and I've had this for a while. She's gonna pull off of her belt what looks to be like this a little tube, and she's gonna click something on the top, and out comes a carbon staff, and she's gonna wallop this thing.
Nice.
Do I want to
That's
use?
something I expected her to have.
I don't remember how or why I got it, but I got a staff. Do I want to
Well,
make
hey,
a
having
fall?
a melee weapon is a good thing.
Right.
When we were
I
leveling her up, she used to fly up, and then fly down, smack things all the time. Just hasn't done it since she joined the group.
Yeah, I want to get a better lance at some point too. That is on the list. I was looking at lances last time, but I don't have the UPBs to buy another lance at the moment. But yeah, that is her turn because I did not take a whole action this time. And that is a
You have anything
guarded
you can do for move
step.
action?
Yeah, is it a guarded step back?
5 foot guarded step?
5 step, yes. 5 feet. Yep.
She doesn't really like the sky in her face very much, so she's gonna back up 1 just to get him out of her face, hopefully. I also realized that left Doc wide open, which, sorry, Doc.
Alright, so this... He's going to take a guarded step. And then zap everybody again.
Oh. I wanted him to punch me.
My dex is most of the time very good. I'm not sure what's happening today.
You rolled a 3, that's what's happening today.
Yeah, well, yes, but I rolled a lot of low single-digit numbers today.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Nice crit.
Alright. There you go, the world ending 1 point of damage.
I guess that's how... Does that get half to 0 for people who succeeded?
No.
Okay. Wow, everybody took the same amount of damage.
So it
Well,
puts,
Apply my 20 roll to something else of my choosing.
Weird.
Let him know.
What's happening?
Silence. I'll take your silence as a
that is no. Sadly. Volley.
Okay.
So the thing zaps. You guys are able to block, and you're used to it now, so you're barely even notice it hit you.
Bolly's getting frustrated, so he's gonna do a bit of crit fishing. Well, I want number 2 to hit me. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit number 1, because it's been hitting Doc. So, Bali, takes out his magma blade and tries to whack this thing.
You have a magma blade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has this stone blade, and when he clicks a button, it like cracks and like these deep fissures go on, and they're like glowing this orange color. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's almost a 19.
There's a 19.
Yeah. There wasn't a 19 on the die, so it didn't do a wound.
Oh.
It's fine, it does damage though. And that was a full action. So, that's my turn.
Alright, so does your weapon have a critical effect?
Mine?
Your magma blade, yes.
Yes, it does wound.
Okay. Alright.
A condition?
Yeah, it's
All
how
right, so
you
you
lost
slice
your
into
hand.
this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is there. Alright, so it's going to punch you.
Me? No!
Have a good night, Atomic. Appreciate you stopping by.
Have a good
59
one.
Atomic.
Night Atomic.
does not physically. Random teleport to robot number 2. Alright, very cool. Very nice.
What's that mean?
That means robot number 2 randomly teleports.
It's kind of in the name, bud.
It was redeemed in
Chat.
the chat, like the Discord, not the Discord, the Twitch chat.
What is he gonna do though? Is he
He's
done
gonna
it already?
randomly teleport.
Right now. Teleport closer, damn it.
Alright,
Oh no. You bastard.
so
Get back here.
you see these as it goes the robot number 1 goes to punch at Bali, and it stumbles, and this little piece of it comes out, hits number 2 right at the junction of its hip, and it glitches, and the whole thing just sort of collapses in on itself and then reappears in the corner.
He can teleport?
Yikes.
I don't think that's very fair.
And it is going to take a guarded step down. And back. Orndor.
Hey, since I'm gonna untarget and retarget. I'm gonna. Do I have a flanking? If I go right there, or not?
No, there's nobody on the other side. It moved.
Right. Okay. So
If someone, when Bali steps up, you will. If he does, or if Doc steps up.
Out of this thing with my baton.
Okay.
We're all just
I targeted
pulling
it?
out their melee weapons.
I think did I target it or not? I didn't retarget it.
You did not.
No.
But
But
a
that
23
is
is
a
a
hit,
hit.
isn't it?
Oh.
Talk about it.
Alright, so that's just enough to, as slam into the thing in the back, it glitches and sort of slumps down, and the gun slumps down. Doc.
Alright. I'm on the hot streak with my gun. Let's shoot it again. Hot streak ends.
I was gonna say, you said something, and that's where your issue lies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so you had it
That's
dead
on
to
you.
rights, or just about to pull the trigger, and it disappeared. So you
Ooh,
had to find
actually,
where
no,
it
you-
went, and we're like, oh, okay, and you moved up, and then moved over.
Doc, you're at the top of the round, actually, so it should be your turn again.
Yes.
You were so dejected about not hitting it that
Oh,
you're
was
like,
that-
man, I want to
did
try
I-
again.
Did I skip? Oh, I did skip
Yeah,
myself.
you skipped yourself.
Alright. Let's see.
Oh.
Well,
So you're
you
still
tried.
just trying to
it,
figure
but
out
not
how
enough.
that guy moved from one
Yes.
place to another.
Magic vexes Doc.
I kind of want to keep using this carbon staff for absolutely no reason. I'm gonna step up and whack him again. But I'm still not gonna land a hit. And the staff, it's just a matter of practice.
Clang. So it hits, but doesn't connect hard enough to do
damage
to it.
Alright, or
It's too far away. Alright. We moved 20, so I'm going to just slide over. Right there. Get everybody's way and take a shot. Direct shot. With the Carbona laser pistol. I targeted him, didn't I? For fuck's sake.
yes.
You did, and that's it. Here's your water.
Nice.
Oh, really stuck. Wow.
Guys,
Alright, Molly.
I have an ability.
Laser pistol is
It's been so long. Alright, Molly, you
That's
gotta
all.
finish him off. Oh, he's gonna try and hit us again, and then you gotta finish him off.
No, you're right next to him.
Okay.
There's your water.
Thank you.
Oh, the robot's going in. She said Bolly, so I thought it was his turn. Alright, so
I
she's
thought it
going
was
to
Bolly
smack
next.
him
Whack.
and do a little...
No. That's fine,
Nope,
that's fine.
that's fine.
I don't think he's going to get to use his jolt again, but who knows, maybe, guys. The way you guys have been rolling, he might be able to. Bolly.
Okay, Ollie's coming up. He's weaving between Zoya's legs.
It's my turn, it's my turn, it's my turn! Let me at him, let me at him!
So that is his final resting spot. Let me target Zoya. And put that on her. And then he's got his magma sword out. He's going to go ahead and try to whack this robot. There we go.
14 is going to be a hit.
With minimum damage. Okay, one thing that I can do is, because I got a feat called Grab Attention. When you hit a target with a melee attack, you can attempt an intimidate check using the same DC as you would to demoralize that foe. If you succeed, the creature is off target while attacking anyone other than you until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That is a really cool one.
This is the DC of this check is equal to either 10 plus your opponent's total intimidate skill bonus, or 15 plus 1.5 times the opponent's CR, whichever is greater.
Okay.
That is the description for demoralize.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
Hey guys.
You got this. You got it. Here we go.
Yay!
Alright, so that is a success.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Oh, I just untargeted him. It's fine.
I used to like the targeting system, and now I find that just drag and drop a whole lot more than I used to.
That's me pretty much.
And
Drag.
as part of my move action, things start shimmering again.
I think it's partly because I forget who I've targeted, and then I have the wrong things targeted. It's also more interactive that you get to drag and drop, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. Except I'm like half on top of you, so if I tried to
Yeah,
drag
no,
you
it's
off, there's
really
a good
hard to
chance-
do anything.
There's a good chance that I will target myself. Yeah, hit me.
Alright, so he's going to try to slam into you twice. There's a miss. There's a hit.
There you go. There's a hit. It only took
Minimum
the entire
damage.
fight.
Oh no, it's a 4, not a 1. Okay.
It's not enough damage, guys.
11 damage to you. Doubles the amount of damage you had. Orndor.
Let's finish this dude off. Actually, yeah, I'll move and hit him. My baton. Oh no. That was my trial. I'm just a simulation now. I'll go back and do the right thing now.
Okay. Next turn we can see if he's still alive. Doc?
Oh, looks like everybody in there is having fun.
We're all just trying to give the robot a hug.
So if you stay where you are to -2, if you move down 2, and shooting over Orndor, it's no minus.
Yeah, Zoya's got a big wingspan. It's kind of hard to see around her.
You're there and
That
shouldn't
works
have
too.
a pen.
Yep.
I don't remember what her wingspan is, but she's got a huge wingspan.
Yep. Doc had his 2 hits. He's not going to get another one for a long time.
God is glory.
Alright, I'm going to hit this guy with my staff if it kills me. Good grief. There we go! Finally! It's still not dead yet, though. It's still up. This is a beefy robot.
Nice. 9 damage. You slam into it. Ting! With your carbon staff. You can feel it in the handle as you smack it. Bali.
Bali is making very frustrated noises. And because he's frustrated, I think he's going to try to make a full attack against this thing. Using his Magna Blade. Well, it was almost a 17.
Oh, we just can't get this guy.
He's doing his job.
Annoyingly well. Come on.
Just check and make sure. Yeah, okay. Sorry guys, gotta check my...
Alright, Zoya.
I am going to use a full attack this time. I hit it once. Let's see if I can hit it again. Not with 2.
Toots on the die, not quite.
Not with a 6 either! You just get this guy, please. Come on, Orndor, smack him with your baton.
What
Take him out.
stinks? What kind of odor? You guys smell that?
Does he smell like suck?
No.
It's an acrid tang.
Like a chemical smell.
Very faint.
Oh,
Orndor.
I'm gonna be honest. I 100% thought you were talking like to somebody in the room.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah, and your mic was just hot. Okay, you're talking in game.
I'm talking game.
Okay. Mama robot's
Be
coming
careful.
out to play.
I'm going to fasten the helmet part of my armor. Could be a chemical leak in here, guys. Let's be safe.
I'll stop shooting my laser pistol and use my baton exclusively.
And as Doc is saying that, Bolly's just trying to keep whacking this thing. As he makes a full attack to keep crit fishing. That's not gonna do it.
Doesn't do anything.
Don't forget, some of you have those spells that you put in your weapons with those spell gems. So, alright, so that's a hit. Dirty 20 is gonna hit it.
And I forgot to do it last time, but when I make 2 or more attacks, I get an entropy point. Which means that I get +1 AC. And then I do damage.
Nice.
Finally!
And that is enough.
Bolly just keeps hitting this thing.
It slices through one of its legs.
Paging Mr. Wilhelm.
And it teeters over and slams with a bang onto the ground.
That's not gonna do a whole lot.
So having her Doc say something about a gas leak.
I smell chemicals. I don't know if it's toxic or not.
No.
Just be careful.
Okay, can Zoya she has a cantrip that's telepathic message. Send a short telepathic message, here simple, and then here simple telepathic replies. Can she send that to, well, I guess, I was gonna say Nib, but Octo is gonna be the one who's gonna know what's, like...
What's the range?
Is there a range? Let's look.
Yes.
Range 100 feet plus 10 feet divided by level. I have no clue how far.
So 170 feet.
Okay. Thanks for mathing that. I didn't want to.
Alright, so you go to... What question or what are you saying?
So Doc, you said you're smelling chemicals, right? It's not. We don't know what they are. Okay. Zoya, what was it say? Something about oh, how would I want to say this? I don't even know. It'd be something along the lines of we're smelling chemicals. Are you able to detect anything? We're in. Well, what are we in right now? Security or sanitation?
Actually, yes, I think I can.
You are in storage and sterilization.
Sterilization.
My custom micro. Well, I'd have to have a sample to test it, but it is a chemilizer. I don't think it'll identify fumes on the air. What I smell, can I have a chance to identify it?
It's too faint.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sort of like maybe a bleach-ish type thing.
Too faint for like Bali or something?
Why is Bali any different?
Because you're a different race.
Yeah, I guess
Not
the
a
different
dog.
races you could argue a different race. But either way, I say we'll
the
take
lamest
Doc's advice.
It might be Bali who's making the smell. Depends on what you have for breakfast.
Joke's on you.
Or lunch,
So I will
rather.
take Doc's advice and put a helmet on.
Okay.
You know,
Alright, so you guys are standing by a door that says chemical storage.
chemical
he's too
lead.
excited. He's
heading the right way.
He's got a lot of frustration from like getting hit by these guys, but it's being weak as fuck, so he doesn't like get to like store the energy. So I think he's just kind of gonna barge in through the store.
How long does this last?
Doc, by the way, now that you're in the room and have had a moment to look around without being shot at, you're pretty sure that the machinery removed from this room was used to sterilize reusable supplies. Thing in the corner over there.
Wear some lead vest or something here.
Alright, so when you open the door, click.
Is Orndor putting his helmet on? I'm just asking so that we know who does or doesn't
Click.
have helmets.
Yes.
Metal cabinets line the walls, and you see that there are each one has some sort of transparent material, you know, glass, transparent aluminum, something like that. You see one of the doors is open, and there's a trail of slime that leads down from the cabinet's interior to a puddle on the floor, and that's what the smell is coming from. You're coming through the only door.
Yep. Bali opens the door and barged in.
So it do stink. Do you have life science or physical science, Bali?
Let me look.
Are your ranks in them?
I have ranks in life science. Rank, I should say, in life science.
Okay, give me a life science in the tower.
Tower.
Alright, so you're pretty sure that because there's no other damage, that the goo is harmless.
What? Go do these.
Hey Doc, I think we got your sample in here. It doesn't seem like it's doing all that much,
And
so I don't think it's gonna do anything.
Either green apple or lime flavored, but you're not sure without tasting it.
Ooh. Bully's gonna go up and start like rifling through cabinet.
You don't have to rifle, they are clearly and neatly labeled.
He doesn't know what the jar looks like. Did Doc describe what the container we're looking for looks like?
No.
I was say technically not currently.
As Bali opens the door, walks in, the scent wafts out. You guys can smell it. What are the rest of you doing?
Zoya's gonna ask Doc if he wants to identify the goo, and then says, what kind of a thing are we looking for exactly?
I will take a sample of the goo and chemicalize it in my chemicalizer.
Except Bali.
Well, Bali, bring me a sample.
Come in the room.
With what?
I don't know. Fine, I'll come in the room.
Yeah, I'll go like stick my hands in it so that we can see if it's dangerous.
If it's for science.
It's for science.
If you want to step out and identify it, we'll look for whatever it is we're looking for.
I'll come in and I'll have a sample and I'll run it through the identifier. It's Fruit Myers.
Alright, so
Ollie, go take a bite.
give me a medicine check with whatever bonus the thing gives
I
you.
don't know that it gives me a bonus. It just acts as a chemicalizer.
There we go. It better
Do
not
you
be
have
a
a
4.
recall knowledge pharmacology, which lowers the DC by 5.
Ooh, yeah, if it is pharmacology. If it is actually a drug. But I got a killer roll.
Sorry guys, I look through the effects all too often when I do this character because most of my turns I'm putting on and taking off effects.
Yeah, it's good though.
All right. So, as you're walking in here, you do see that everything is labeled easily and logically, probably the same way most medical buildings have their stuff set up, so that it's easy to find things. You have your depending on what they do and what they're used for is where, you know, how they're all set up. But as far as the goo itself, you see that it was some sort of edible vitamins that were used and got too hot, and so they sort of molded together and then just sort of oozed on out and around and down everywhere.
Ick.
You mentioned that, like, Doc knows, like, all the cabinets are neatly labeled and, you know, separated and whatever, and it probably pains you to see Bali just opening a door, going in and pulling out bottles with, like, 4 hands, looking at the labels, putting them back, like, on their sides and not where he picked them up.
No, Doc isn't very neat. If you've ever seen his lab, it could best be described as there appears to have been a struggle.
Good.
So it doesn't bother Doc at all.
Well, that's good, because that's what Bali's doing. He's rummaging through, looking at the labels, trying to find what we're looking for.
Alright, so Doc, are you going to retrieve this stuff?
Yes.
Okay, Bali, give me a
There's no investigation, so I would say
give me
probably
a perception
or
check.
sleight of hand. It was almost a 20.
There's like too many labels, too many words. Now he's just kind of going through and hoping somebody says something before he puts it back.
Alright, so several times you grab stuff, and then before you put it back, Doc tells you to give it to him. You are able to find the Fenitil, and the cabinets contain 16 Tier 1 medicinals.
Ooh.
So, Doc, there's 5 analgesics, 3 antiemetics, 2 antitoxins, 1 coagulant, 3 excitants, 2 sedatives. You also find 4 Tier 2 medicinals, 2 analgesics, and 1 antitoxin, 1 excitant.
Nice.
The other ones
that up.
are little or no value by themselves. But if you want to take some just for GP, you can. And I will put all of this in the party sheet just because it's fun to take everything out.
After the first few, hey, let me look at this bottle. Bali starts passing all of the bottles to Doc.
Doc will look at one, and he'll either drop it in his pocket or he'll throw it over his shoulder on the floor, depending on whether or not it's something worth keeping.
If he's throwing it over his shoulder, is he trying to make it into the sink?
No.
Just in front of the doorway.
Just kind of tossing it in the corner.
Hey, do you need this one? How about this one? This one's got a long name on it. Look at it.
Alright, so there you go. There's everything. If you want to take it, it's yours for the grabbing from the party sheet.
Hey, they're not gonna know if we do take this stuff, right? Because they couldn't get into
This place is
area.
Closed.
Yep.
Well,
We had to come down here.
Otto hasn't been down here.
Doc will take all of that because it can all be delivered to his needler gun.
Wow.
You do see that some of these are rather old. Some of them have expired, so you can't, they're useless. But The ones you're able to grab on this list here are such that they're either magically maintained or are such that they didn't expire.
Hey, by the way, if you hold shift and drag it to your inventory, you'll just take the whole stack.
I knew that.
Did you? You sure?
I've been told that before, but so I knew that. I don't know that. I knew that.
You knew it.
I knew it.
Well, now you know it.
Now I re-know it.
Can I just make like a grenade out of expired medicines? Something that's like just very bad for you.
Most medicines that expire just go inert.
I know. Mantha knows that. Bolly doesn't.
Polly's like, I just want to see what happens.
He's like, can I throw this at somebody? And then Doc's like, no, the bottle will hurt them more than what's inside.
Doc will scratch down a formula on a notepad. Get you some of this. It'll hurt people. Give her a chemical formula for some sort of, aggressive flesh-eating virus or some nasty something.
Acid.
I hope you... Hey, I do a lot of acid damage anyway with my stuff. So, if Bolly finds a way to get a hold of that, definitely.
Alright, well in here that would not be there, because this is not what this does. But what else would you guys like to do?
I kind of want to know what's down the other hall, if I'm being 100% honest. Zoya's going to want to go down the other hall for no reason other than she just wants to see. Unless they think that returning to them and getting the tablet translated is more important, then we should probably go do that.
I think we should at the very least take this back while he's translating the tablet. Then if we want to look around the building, we can do that.
That's a good idea.
Just to say that we did it, Bolly's looking in the corners and like underneath the cabinets and stuff and seeing if there's anything that's like forgotten or lost.
No, this place was rather sterile at one point, so the only thing that's messed that up is this goo that wasn't refrigerated properly. The rest of it, there's no. You don't see anything else. Yeah, and Doc throwing things.
Yeah. Okay. We'll head back. On the way back, I want to check out this other room that we didn't look at for no reason. I'm one of those people who will play a game and run to the far corners of the map just to have it filled in, even though I know there's nothing going to be there, personally.
You're like me. You save every potion you ever find, and you end the game never having drank one of them.
100%, yes.
Alright, so go ahead and move yourselves.
Since Zoya is leading the way, Bolly's winding between her feet.
Okay.
They're playing like that game where they have like the dogs, you know how they train them to like weave between their feet.
Doc, are you going with him?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you guys step out into the hall, I need this.
Uh-oh.
Mush.
Man, I need to change my dice color. This ain't working for me.
Wow, none of you. Okay.
We jumped.
This is why I hide some of the rolls sometimes, so I could at least give you guys a little something. All right. This massive explosion rocks the clinic as and I think that's actually.
Oh, alright. I knew it couldn't be this easy.
Yes. And the east, where you guys came from, is now rubble. And this is where we will leave it.
Shit.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy. I was like, this is far too easy for what level we're at, unless something else is gonna happen.
Something always happens.
I was expecting Mama Robot to come out when we were fighting the baby robots. I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't another one.
Yeah, it really was too easy. They were too weak. They didn't have very hard.
Except for, they were too weak, except for it took us almost the entire session to kill them. So, you know.
They didn't do a whole lot of damage, but you guys were just rolling terribly.
Yeah, so, we could not land a shot.
Once you guys hit, didn't take you very long. It didn't take very many hits, but it took you forever to get those hits. Alright, so this is where we will leave it. Thank you for playing, guys. Next week,
thanks for DMing.
We are doing a little bit of make sure I'm
telling them.
So that's 26th, December 3rd. It's 3 days before my birthday, just saying. Yeah, so we're good up until the 24th. Are we the 24th? 17? No, we're not even, and this campaign isn't even the 24th, so we're good. Be thinking about New Year's Eve, 31st. Some people care, some people don't. We'll talk about that next month when we get closer to it.
Yeah, I am very likely going to be working that night or that day. I'm not sure what time, but I probably will be working.
We'll go over that when it comes up, but don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much to Jingo or the Ship of Fools for the
You're quite welcome.
Subscription. That's awesome. And the people using their points in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
Bye.